Hello, hello, everyone, and welcome to Father's Day here at SpiritsHome. It's gorgeous here in Cleveland. I don't know what it's doing where you are, but it's a beautiful day. So we're going to open with a song that may not make sense, but I promise I'll explain why. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I was mistaken, and I hung my head down and cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
Breathing in that sunshine, that love and light, that one power in the universe that lives and breathes and has its way through each of us. Knowing that we are blessed by today, blessed by each other, blessed by technology that allows us to come together, to gather, to hear this message today. So grateful for all the work that we do, for the people we are, for the love that we share. So much gratitude.
Yes.
Just let it be. And so it is. Amen.
So it is. Amen. Ashe.
Oh, readings for today. Elizabeth Acevedo. For the rest of my life, I will sit and imagine what my father would say in any given moment, and I will make him up his words, his advice, our memories. From Umberto Eco from Foucault's Pendulum. I believe that what we become depends on what our fathers teach us at odd moments, when they aren't trying to teach us. We are formed by little scraps of wisdom. And Maya Angelou. And when great souls die, after a period, peace blooms slowly and always irregularly. Our senses restored, never to be the same, whisper to us. They existed. They existed. We can be and be better, for they existed.
Yes. Thank you, Reverend Anne. Why did I open a Father's Day gathering with the song You Are My Sunshine, you might ask? In early 1975, my sister Lisa told my dad that she was going to audition for a community theater production of The Sound of Music. We've always been a theater family, so going to auditions was a normal activity for us. Since my dad was driving Lisa to the audition, of course, I asked to go along. I jumped at any chance to go for a ride with my dad. When we were on our way, my dad asked me, "So what are you going to sing?" I was a little confused. I told him that I wasn't planning on auditioning. And he said, "It's Sound of Music. You're in the car. You're going to audition." So we talked for a couple minutes, running through some song ideas that I could pull out of the air. And finally he asked, "Do you know You Are My Sunshine?" I said I knew the most well-known part of it. And he said, "Great, you're singing that." And I did. And fortunately, both of us got cast, because it would have been pretty bad if I had gotten cast and she hadn't. So for Father's Day today, I used that as the opening song, because that's the kind of dad my father was. By September of that same year, he would be gone. His death was unexpected, and it stunned all of us. One moment he was so very alive, and then he simply wasn't. My dad's legacy is strong. Even though I only had 12 years with him, and the world only had him for 48, his impact was powerful and long-lasting. Father's Day can be a very tricky day for many people. Like most of the holidays, like Mother's Day, Christmas, Thanksgiving, when a parent or family member is no longer with us, it can stir up so many feelings. Anger, sadness, regret, envy, wistfulness. It's so very easy to get pulled down into the depths of what we don't have anymore, what we lost, what we missed, what we still miss. Resentment can grow towards those who still have their dads, or to those who had better dads. For me, Father's Day used to feel like the reopening of a never-healed wound. It made me angry and cranky and sad, and I would withdraw from the world and my friends to wallow in the worst of those feelings, until I found a way out of all of that, which took a long time. Being only 12 when my dad graduated from Earth School, the loss of him made absolutely no sense to me. Literally, my brain could not absorb the reality of the situation, and I had no tools to help me cope with his absence. I felt unmoored, unsafe, and a little bit forgotten. It didn't help that my family went through several years of medical turmoil that required a good deal of attention from my mom to simply keep us all going. This made it a bit easier for me to fade a bit, to withdraw and go way too deep into the darkest parts of my own grief. After a good many years, which included a mini stay in a psych unit, the discovery of a new career, and a whole lot of searching for reasons that I should stick around, I landed in Anchorage, Alaska. It was shortly after arriving there, after a mystical experience, that I realized how I could celebrate Father's Day in a whole new way. For a few years after my father had died, I had convinced myself that he was actually in witness protection. Honestly, I did. He had worked as an attorney, and because I never actually saw his body, I created a whole scenario where he had worked with a client and things had gotten out of hand, and he had to move to Canada under an assumed name to protect himself, and he was forbidden to make contact with our family. This story was, to keep the metaphor of the day alive, a tool I used to carry me through some of the toughest years of grieving and missing him. It helped me to believe that this was true. However, by the time I was in my mid to late 20s, I had sort of put that idea aside. It wasn't really helping me anymore, and I realized that it seemed pretty implausible. About a month after I had moved and was living in Anchorage, I was driving up Lake Otis Parkway, approaching a red light, when I noticed that the car in the lane next to mine had the license plate BRH3. This was one of my dad's two choices for the cars we had growing up. There was BH77 and BRH3. I saw this. My chest tightened, and I could not breathe. Both of us were slowing up as we approached the light, and all I could think was, I was right. He has been alive this whole time, and now we're going to reunite in Alaska. All I had to do was get here. The complete lack of doubt was a bit surprising. I mean, it was kind of ridiculous, right? It had to be ridiculous. How could it actually be him? And still, I was looking at that license plate. My brain and heart were both asking, how could it actually not be him? So I pulled up alongside the car so very slowly, holding my breath. The radiant African-American woman elder driving the car looked over at me, probably because I was staring at her in wonder. And she gave me the most amazing, loving smile I had ever seen. And I smiled back. And the light turned green, and we both drove on. Message received. The universe had given me a beautiful sign. This happened in early June, and by Father's Day, I knew what I needed to do to celebrate. I said earlier that as a young child, I didn't have the tools to cope with what had happened. Over the years, working with therapists and healers, guides, and teachers, I developed the emotional, psychological, and spiritual tools I needed to learn how to thrive. After that moment of seeing my dad's license plate and the smile from the goddess in the car, I decided that it was time that I get some actual tools. Here's the thing about Father's Day. There are always big sales at Home Depot and Lowe's. And I needed a toolbox with real, useful, practical tools. So starting in the year 2000, I began to celebrate Father's Day by going to those big box stores and each year buying myself a new tool. That first year, I got a really nice big tackle box. I still have it. And an amazing wood-handled hammer. I still have that too. Everyone needs a good hammer. And each year after that, I would wait until Father's Day and then go and see what I could find on sale to add to my expanding toolbox. A ratchet set, a drill, an electric screwdriver, an industrial-sized measuring tape. One of my most beloved Alaskan friends picked up on this, and for 8 years in a row, he would get me 2 or 3 tools, some that I had never even heard of or knew that I needed for the toolbox. What in the world is a vice grip? I don't know, but he gave me one. And he did this without asking. I had told him about my secret Father's Day mission. And from that day forward, on Father's Day, he would show up with 2 or 3 brand new tools for me. I felt like I had triumphed over Father's Day. I had found a way to make the day my own. So what's funny about this is that my dad was never a tool kind of guy. We had one drawer in the kitchen that had a bunch of random things in it, including a really large hammer, and that was about it. Still, once I started this tradition, it really felt like my dad was with me, even more than before, when I would walk into those huge stores and say, "Well, Dad, what tool should we get this year?" And I would let him guide me to the perfect choice. This is the thing about tools and guidance and getting to the place where we can appreciate the gifts, even though the giver of those gifts might be gone from us. One of today's sacred readings was I believe that what we become depends on what our fathers teach us at odd moments when they aren't trying to teach us. We are formed by little scraps of wisdom. In just 12 years, my dad taught me so very much, more than he probably thought he was ever teaching me. Gifts that have carried me through the past 50 years and will continue to guide me onward. Here are 7 of my favorite teachings from my dad. 1. Stop the car if you see a rainbow, because rainbows are miracles. I still do this. 2. Eat the delicious thing, even if it's considered bad for you, because it is delicious and worth it. I learned early about the splendiferousness of county fair food. Fried things on sticks, magical. 3. Go see the show. My parents used to pile all of us into the car and drive to New York City, and we would see the best of what Broadway had to offer on Thursday and Friday nights, Saturday matinee and Saturday night, and Sunday matinees. Then we would stop at the music store to get the cast albums and sheet music and then drive back home. We saw some of the best shows in history. 4. Sing the song. My dad loved music. He could play the piano and sing, or sometimes he would just want to sing without any accompaniment. One time, the 6 of us were driving in the car to Florida. My dad started singing the bass riff for Blue Moon. Blue, 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 blue moon, doop-de-doop-de-doop. And right on cue, we all joined in 4-part harmony. That was the unspoken rule I like to tell people about my upbringing. Find your harmony or find a new family. 5. Buy the tie. Almost every Saturday, my dad and I would head over to a local shopping center, get a slushie at Kresge's, and then go to Sears, get warm salted cashews, type on the display typewriters, and then he would let me choose a tie for him. 6. Go for a walk. My dad and I used to take pre-dinner spelling challenge walks around the block. I'll always remember how to spell anti-disestablishmentarianism because of him and those walks. And 7, one of my favorite gifts from him: to honor God through the use of your singing voice. My dad sang, well, honestly, there are times when he reminded me of Elvis. He had a lush, rich baritone voice that was always filled with emotion. My mom, who will tell you her instrument of choice was the tape recorder, had the brilliant foresight to record my dad singing Yom Kippur services in September of 1975. He sang those prayers the best he had ever done, from his heart. Literally, because 48 hours after singing them, it was his heart that said, enough. We have the gift of those recordings, and they are the only synagogue I need for that most difficult and deep of holy days. This line from the movie The Crow feels so appropriate for when I'm talking about my dad, about the gifts and memories that I cherish of him, and the brief time that we shared. As Eric Draven is remembering his lost beloved, he says, "Little things used to mean so much to Shelley. I used to think they were kind of trivial. Believe me, nothing is trivial. Nothing. Not one thing we hold dear to our hearts about those we miss, and especially today about our fathers, is ever trivial. They are the lasting impact of a life lived, however brief or long, however complicated or easy, however challenging or appreciated. There's always a gift there. and it is something to never be diminished or dismissed. Before I share the song for today, I want to say one more thing. For the years after my dad passed, until the radiant elder in the car in Anchorage, I'd written many songs about my dad. I consider songwriting to be one of the most essential tools in my non-physical toolbox. However, the songs were mostly sad, longing, unfulfilling songs that didn't really help me to heal. They kept me trapped in a place of not being able to move forward. In 1991, I saw a movie. I was with my soul twin, Jimmy, and we went to see Truly, Madly, Deeply, the transcendent film with Alan Rickman and Juliet Stevenson. I won't say more about the story, except to say you should just definitely watch the movie. It's so beautiful. Anyway, there's a moment in the movie when Alan Rickman shares an excerpt of a Pablo Neruda poem. He says, "Forgive me if you are not living, if you, beloved, my love, if you have died. All the leaves will fall on my breast. It will rain on my soul all night, all day. My feet will want to walk to where you are sleeping, but I shall go on living." Even though it took a whole lot of time to get me to Alaska, it only took another 4 years after arriving for me to get to a place where I could make enough space in my heart to bring through the first Happy Dad song. Here's the thing, though. It doesn't matter how long it takes us to find the tools we need, to be ready to embrace those tools, and then to finally say, okay, now I am able to use those tools. The most important thing is to keep going. Don't give up. Keep on going until you reach that one Father's Day when we can smile and say, okay, it's tool time. The veil is so thin right now, can you hear? There's so much that I want to say to you. I've grown up so much, do you know who I am? Like two long lost friends, would you still know my face? Although our time together was brief, that was a time your light shines so bright. Now that light is shining in me, shining through me, that light renews me. I'm breathing life into your heart. Now it's my heart. While the veil is still thin, I just want to say I love you so much. Daddy, I'll miss you all of my life. Thank you so much for everything. And so we take a breath together. Father's Day can be a complex, complicated day. Or it could just be another Sunday. As I looked out the window this morning and I saw this gorgeous, sunny, clear, cool June day with the breeze blowing, I felt so grateful to be alive. And I owe that gratitude of being alive to my mom and my dad, for the simple biological fact that they made me. And not only did they make me, they shaped me. They guided me. They showed me. They modeled for me. They taught me values. What was important? Faith. More than just a religious faith, though, a faith in humanity, a faith in community, a faith in the people around us or across the globe from us who are worthy. Whatever our parents, and specifically today, whatever our fathers taught us, whether it's difficult to reconcile or whether it's a glorious gift that we cherish, it's still a gift that was given to us. And it lives in us, in our DNA, in our blood, in our body, in our very existence. So my sincere prayer for everyone today, regardless of the relationship that they have with their fathers, is that there can be one gift to be found. Even if that one gift is simply that we are alive, that we have been given life. And if we're blessed to have fathers that we can look at with admiration, cherish that. And if we are blessed with fathers who give us opportunities to take a deep breath and not speak, we can cherish that. Just taking the moment to be grateful for our lives and for the lives that gave us our lives. And for the tools that we can collect emotionally, spiritually, psychologically, and the tools that we can buy at the big box stores on Father's Day, because they are on sale. Holding each tender heart close to mine today. Blessings. Amen. Ashe. I don't know about y'all, but I'm feeling pretty good right now. So, Spirits Home is still going on the road this summer. In July, I'll be returning to Unity of Coastal Delaware, talking about expressing our divine purpose. Yes, I'm excited to find out what that's going to be. And then in August, I'll be returning to Friends of Unity in Plymouth. In between that, my mom and I will be heading to Chautauqua for a week where I'll be teaching writing. I'm very excited about that. And then hopefully in September, we are looking at being back in the living room. It'll be September 13th, which is right around the anniversary of when Maddie and I visited the Field of Dreams. So I have a feeling we might be talking about that. More information will go out, so I'll let you know. And of course, we're open to travel. I want to thank everyone who donated to Spirits Home because of your donations, we were able to revamp the email delivery system, so now people can actually get our emails. Thank you, thank you. And also, it helped us getting the Wi-Fi fixed. So hopefully today was glitch-free, and we will be glitch-free moving forward. Many, many thanks to the unnamed helper of all things, my editor and the one who edits the videos, and she does the emails, and she does the research, and she helps with everything. Bless her heart. And to our wonderful board that also is so encouraging and inspiring and just keeps pushing me forward. So many good things are coming, and I want to thank you for making those good things able to happen. Please share the videos from YouTube or the website. Please share the landing page, and we look forward to seeing you again in July. On July 12th, we'll be back here. And now we get to sing Always So Grateful. Always so grateful, always so grateful, always so grateful, Always so grateful, always so grateful. Look around, so much to say, yes. Thankful now for everything. I have no complaints whatsoever. Look around, so much to say, yes, yes, yes. Thankful now for everything. I have no complaints whatsoever. None whatsoever. That's why I'm always so grateful. Always so grateful. Always so grateful. We'll see ya in just about 3 weeks. Is it 3? Wow. On Sunday, July 12th, 1 o'clock. Stay in touch. Share the word. Spread the word. Share the word. Share the talks. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Have a great day. I know I'm guided. I know I'm shown which way to go.